To address the issues facing Tennesseans today, from 10 News, this is Inside Tennessee.
Good Sunday morning and welcome to Inside Tennessee. Along with my colleague John North, I'm John Becker, serving as your moderators this morning for one race that is on the ballot in a very crowded primary. More on that in a minute. But the reason we are focusing on this race is because this election is historic. For the first time, we are seeing partisan school board races in Knox County. The legislature opening the door to that in the last session, and we are seeing Knox County follow through. So our focus this morning is for that reason and also this one. The district we are focused on is a district where the incumbent candidate is not running. So this is an open district, and we welcome the candidates for District 1, which is East Knoxville, and I'm going to run through some of the schools that are in the first district: Austin East Magnet High School, Beaumont Magnet Academy, Chilhowie Intermediate, Fair Garden Family Community Center, Holston Middle, L&N STEM Academy, Lonsdale. That gives you a sense of some of the schools in this community, and we welcome the four candidates with us this morning, 2 Democrats and 2 independents. And Pastor Butler, we're going to start with you with the very first question. Why did you decide to run for this race?
I decided to run for the race because I received calls from different community persons and leaders. Once Ebony Satterfield decided that she was not going to offer herself. And I decided to say yes to the call because I've been a supporter and advocate for public schools for a very long time. I believe that education is a basic human right. It's responsibility of the community to educate our young people and prepare them for the future to be a benefit to our community. I believe that it takes a village to raise a child, and that public education is part of that village. So I decided that I would answer the call, offer myself to District 1 and to Knox County schools.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Holloway, why are you running, and what qualifications do you have that make you the perfect candidate for this position?
I've been interested in running for the seat for quite some time. I'm running because I have 4 children who are currently enrolled in Knox County schools and one who will be enrolling in about a year and a half. I've been a social justice advocate for the community for several years. I have not been completely satisfied with the way that political leadership has been working for the past several years, and I decided to enter this race as an advocate and to bring back what true representation is to politics here in Knox County.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Frazier, why are you running?
I have been involved in this community for a long time, and the reason I'm running is I'm very appreciative to so many people asking me to run. I also broadcast the Austin East football games. I meet with a lot of people in our community. I'm a sales executive also for WJBU Radio. I was encouraged to run for this seat. I was involved in 1989 when we filed a complaint with the Office of Civil Rights to get the system completely integrated, and we accomplished that. We upgraded a lot of our inner city schools, and I stand here today and through the future to be an advocate for our young people in this community.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jackson, your reason for running?
Well, I've been involved in the schools for quite some time myself. I was also a security officer in the schools, and I see that there's a time for a change. There's time for someone to stand up that is not afraid to say what's on their mind and stand for the community.
Mr. Frazier and the rest of you, I'd like to ask you this question. From your perspective, your opinion, what is the #1 issue in terms of importance for District 1? And may I start with you, Mr. Frazier?
Thank you very much. We have some failing schools in our system, so that means that we have to do some different things. #1, education starts at home. And then we have to involve our parents in the PTA associations throughout this district. I will have to meet quite often with the leadership of the first district principals and assistant principals and those in leadership to see what they need. And being an advocate for young people, I also need to listen to the young people of our school system. We have a school system, I think, that gives children an opportunity to succeed and be successful. We've seen that over the generations and the many decades. But as an advocate, I must make sure that I provide all and everything we need in terms of teachers, making sure that we don't have first-time teachers at too many of our schools in the inner city.
Mr. Jackson, what about yourself?
I believe that we need to take time and making sure that we have certain programs for District 1. I believe that District 1 right now, we don't have any trades in our schools. And so it's all right for the college path, but the technical path has kind of been taken out of District 1 schools. And that's exactly where we need to get back in there so that we can help our kids achieve more than just because everybody doesn't want to go to college. And so if we can do that, then we'll make a great impact on our schools.
Ms. Holloway, could we hear from you, please? You mentioned you were dissatisfied with some things.
I was. I honestly cannot narrow down just one issue that I feel would be more important than the other. There's several issues that we need to tackle in District 1, safety, relationships between students, families, community, law enforcement, and staff at the schools. I do agree with Mr. Jackson. I believe that we need to bring back more trade and technical paths back to Austin East. And we also need to tackle a lot of the social issues and issues that are happening in our students' homes that are also being brought into the school buildings, not just for students, but for the teachers and staff as well. A lot that happened last year. I know there was a lot of focus on getting the students counseling, but I feel that not enough counseling was offered to the teachers and staff that were affected by a lot of what was going on last winter and spring.
And Reverend Butler, if you could round us out by giving your thoughts on what you think is the greatest need in that district, please, sir.
The greatest need in District 1 is equity. Equity in all the areas that others have talked about. Equity in student achievement and discipline. Equity in the curriculum, ensuring that we have a 21st century curriculum that teaches and prepares our students to be college ready and job ready. That includes the trades. We have to have diversity in teaching. We have to have teachers who look like us throughout our community. And we also have to make sure we have teachers that have been prepared, been resourced, and are paid appropriately. Not just teachers, but support staff as well. And then lastly, we have to have neighborhood schools. There's an area in our community, Mechanicsville, Lonsdale, and Beaumont, that these students leave fifth grade, they never go back to school in their communities. And I would also say probably not in District 1. So we need to make sure we have equity.
We're going to take a quick break on Inside Tennessee. Back with more from the candidates for District 1 and the Knox County School Board primary race. That conversation right after this short break.